talents you are going to see tonight, Leroy Furious. Make some noise for Chris Barrett, Keith, Corey, Violet Gray, and Jomarius Purse. I'm your host and MC. My name is Derek Williams. Give me a round of applause, BlerDCon. Wow, y'all stop clapping quick. God dang. Y'all like, get to the jokes, boy. All right. Glad to be here. Oh man, who's first BlerDCon is this? Who's first time being a BlerDCon? Make some noise. Wow, really? That's a lot of you. And who's making a return to BlerDCon? There we go. Yeah, look at you. Wow, I've been here since BlerDCon 1. Anybody else? BlerDCon 1? There we go, the rare people. That's right. It's good to be here. Good to see all these nice faces. Good to see all these multicolored faces. But I don't know, man. Does it seem in the last month like we're doing something wrong? BlerDCon, that's right, BlerDCon. The Blerds, that's right, the Blerds. Black nerds. They're black nerds. I'm the biggest black nerd of all the nerds. Just kidding. All right, guys. As you can see by looking at me, you can tell I am bald. I'm a bald guy. I got a receding hairline that goes all the way to the back of my head. Look at that shit. I call my shit the cul-de-sac, everybody, the cul-de-sac. Or the U-turn. And let's be honest, if I tried to go an afro right now, my shit would come out looking like a black neck pillow, like. But I was at a Comic-Con a couple of weeks ago, and I see this black person with a receding hairline just like me, but they had dreadlocks. Yeah, I know. So the whole weekend I'm like, the Predator, right? The Predator. I walked up, excuse me, are you cosplaying as the Predator? And let me tell you right now, that lady was mad as... I know, I couldn't, what am I supposed to do about that? Hope you guys get a chance to play some video games. You like video games, everybody? I provided the arcades. Thank you, Twin Power Arcade, that's me. All those arcade games are mine, and my twins, everybody. I have twins, and whenever I tell people that, I kind of get the same reaction from guys who are like, get away from me, right? Girls are really excited, you know. Some parents are really protective of their kids. I remember I used to work at this arcade, of course, and I remember this lady comes up to me. She's really upset. She comes up, excuse me, sir. My son played your claw machine. I picked the prize up, got all the way to the top, and then dropped it. What's up with that? I'm thinking, I fucking lost? Like, what? You lost? She goes, sir, that's not fair. And I'm like, you know what? You're right. That's not fair. I remember I was watching the NBA playoffs. I saw Steph Curry chuck a basketball from one side of the court to the other and bounced off the rim, and they still gave him 3 points for it. She's like, really? I'm like, no, bitch. And I just... Daughter's name is Catherine. My son is named after his great-grandfather, Carlton, but please don't ask him to do the Carlton dance, because he can't do it. Because my friends always want to teach my son to do the Carlton dance, and I always want to teach my friends to shut the fuck up. I don't know, whatever. I'll teach my kids stuff that I love. I love video games. I'll teach them the old Nintendo cheat codes. Y'all know it. Up, up, down, down, left, right, BA, start. When my kids go running off to watch Sesame Street, them guys, Elmo's a goody two-shoes. He's not going to be able to teach you guys how to cheat. So I got you guys this New England Patriots play set right here. New England flat balls. Okay, that's fine, whatever. A ball, but no pump. I guess we're going to figure out how. All right, anyway, my daughter is also here, and she's a little bit insane. I remember she comes up to me not too long ago. She's like, Papa, people say the Illuminati's not real, but it's real. I'm like, who the fuck kids are you hanging out with? Like, the Illuminati. She's scared of the Illuminati. She's scared of triangles, everybody. So anytime I don't want my daughter to touch something, I take a triangle sticker right on the cookie jar, right? Put it on my PlayStation, don't touch it. And she's starting to bring boys home, and as soon as they get there, I'm like, excuse me, little boy, can you take this triangle sticker and put that shit right on your penis? Please put it right there on your penis. Don't touch it, honey, it's evil. It's an evil triangle, don't touch it, whatever. She's scared of lightning and thunder. I remember it was thunder and lightning the other day. All that storm that hit for us back. And she's trying to go to bed. I'm like trying to get her to go to bed. She's at school the next day. What can I get her to go to bed? And I was like, you know what, she's half white. What do white parents give their kids to go to bed? I don't know, whatever. Warm milk, that's the one I heard, I guess, whatever. Some people say, I don't know, whatever. So I gave her half a glass of warm milk. She's half white, whatever. Also gave her half a shot of Hennessy. Knocked her right the fuck out, right? Knocked her out. Sleeping like a baby and shitting her pants at the same time. I don't know. She's lactose intolerant. My sister is a nerd too, and my sister is part of the LGBTQEI plus community. Give it up for her, everybody. We got, that's right. LGBTQEI plus is what I heard. I think somebody lost in Scrabble. I don't know, whatever. I know, whatever. It's fine. But I knew she was a lesbian because in school we would always have lunch together, and I was one of the guys who watched the girls in getting their ice cream, because the girls always seem to get the Nutty Buddy ice cream, the Virginia, you know, the vanilla cone with the nuts and chocolate on top. They would get it and lick it and be like, it's my favorite part of the whole show. Holy shit. Not my sister. She never got the Nutty Buddy. She would always get the same thing I get, the ice cream sandwich. What's the first thing you do with an ice cream sandwich? You lick the sides, right? Oh my God, this is so good. This is really so good. I'm just gonna keep doing this until she does it. I don't know. Here comes the airplane, right? She's trying to fist an ice cream sandwich. One time she took an ice cream sandwich and broke it in half and started licking them both at the same time. I was like, you slut. I want to be just like you. I have noticed a shortage of bronies. Does anybody know what a brony is? It's a grown man, loves the new My Little Pony. Friendship is magic. They dress up as the characters. They go to Comic-Con. They wear the shirts, all this stuff. And they know everything about the show, like all the characters' names, like Twilight Sparkle, Rainbow Dash, Pinkie Pie, Fluttershy, Applejack, Rarity, you know. Spike, you know. Actually, Spike is not a pony. Spike is a dragon, everybody. Spike is the one who takes the messages from Ponyville to Princess Celestia, who's the ruler of all the ponies. Princess Celestia has a sister who was evil in the first episode, but if you watch the whole thing, it's a two-parter. If you watch the whole thing, Princess Celestia becomes good through love, because that's what helped, you know, you got to change through love. Kind of like if you watch the first 13 episodes of Twilight, you know, Princess's Magic, whatever. At the end of it, Twilight Sparkles becomes Princess Twilight Sparkles. And she gets wings. So these fucking nerds go to Comic-Con, right? And they call these nerds bronies, all right? I'm gonna be honest with you, I was a little kid. I used to play with my sisters, My Little Ponies, and my sister would not call me a brony, she would call me a faggot. I swear to God, guys, I'm sorry, that's what she would do. I know. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm from Southern Virginia, and we get a lot of that word being used, and they love it down there. I don't know why. It's like it's their word, which is really weird. I remember I was winning a show, and there was a Confederate flag outside of the place, and I walk up to the place. I'm like, holy crap. I love the Dukes of Hazzard, so I go inside, right? Doing my stuff. I'm like, there's no black people out here. You hung them all, and some guy in the audience like, woo! I'm like, holy shit, I gotta get the fuck out of here, everybody. Holy shit. I don't know how many people have gone to Comic-Cons, but the last one I went to, it was, Stan Lee was there. That's how long ago this was, because Stan Lee died, passed away. Give it up for Stan Lee, everybody. We love Stan Lee. But I got pulled over by the cops at this Comic-Con. It was out in D.C., and I got pulled over by the cops, and this happens a lot. I get pulled over. They ask, what do? They ask for your license, the registration. They ask you to get out of the car, sit on the curb. They'll check your car for things, and they'll look around. I see all these black people looking at me like, holy shit, you're right. That's right. And then I get pulled over, and I'm sitting on the side of the curb. And then later on, they're like, oh, well, you can go. And they didn't have it. I didn't have anything. I didn't understand what's going, you know. I didn't know it happened to me so much. My girlfriend was like telling me, you know, she's really upset about it. And I was like, you know what? I got an idea. Next time I get pulled over, I just do a British accent. That's it. Just do a British accent. If you're black and you do a British accent, it's going to throw the cop off because he's going to pull you over. Because where I live in Virginia Beach, cops are tough. They always come up to you. They'll knock on your window. This is Officer Crumpkin of the Virginia Beach Police Department. Do you know why I pulled you over? Flex, right? That's what they do. I'll just be like, actually, officer, I'm quite befuddled because I know the speed limit on this particular road is about 45 kilometers an hour. And I was probably doing maybe about 47, 46 maybe. He's going to be like, where are you from? I love Idris Elba. All right, guys. Hey, that is my time, everybody. That is it for me. Thank you very much. We have some other comments coming on the show for you, ladies and gentlemen. I want you to give a big round of applause for our next comedian coming up to the show, and he wants me to tell everybody, tell all of you, that he's innocent. Give a big round of applause for Leroy Furious!
Yeah. You playing Lil Wayne because I got dreads. Niggas hilarious. Yeah, what's up? I look just like one of y'all, don't I? Yeah. No, I am. I had a comedian friend of mine ask me why I never laughed at his jokes. I told him I don't buy tickets to comedy shows, so my opinion doesn't matter. But also, it's really hard to make dudes that grew up in the hood laugh. But I was raised in the suburbs. Get funnier, bitch. Yeah. That's how I talk to my friends, you know? My friends talk to me like that. I talk to them like that. One of my friends called me Kendrick Bazar. A comedian who I never met before on Instagram called me Will I Ain't. Whatever, it's all good. I had a good childhood. I'm not tripping. I had an amazing childhood. Yeah. I went to a Catholic school for 10 years. Nothing happened. Nah, my priests don't like funny-looking kids. So whenever my classmates said, Leroy, you ugly, ha. I said, I ain't got no trauma, though. Nigga, you cute. I got a great life, shit. My childhood has always been amazing. My childhood was amazing from the jump. Like when I was a baby, my doctor was an elderly black man. I know my doctor was an elderly black man because when he circumcised me, he gave my dick a shape up. Like it looks amazing. Like I don't brag too much. It's not huge or nothing, but whenever girls be like, hey, Leroy, I heard a rumor about you. Is it true? I be like, what you mean? I heard the rumor. I'm like, oh, what you mean? She said, your dick got a nice shape up, right? I'm like, they said your dick looked like Jamie Foxx with a real hairline. I said, hold up, this what you want to see right here? This what Django, but the D's not silent? All right. You get it, whatever. What's some more shit I'm gonna talk about? Let me see. I'm in a long distance relationship right now. I'm in a long distance relationship. I live in Prince George's County, Maryland. My girlfriend lives in Los Santos, San Andreas. I would never cheat on her because black men don't cheat. But when I go to her neighborhood, I gotta use cheat codes to defeat the ballers. I like to wear green, whatever. I recently got fired from my job at Panda Express. They fired me. They accused me of stealing $200 out of the register. I was so upset because they never gave me credit for the other $1,800 I got. Some bullshit. I don't like that. No, I'm an excellent criminal. Like, don't get it twisted. Like, I'm gonna get 10%, I'm getting the whole thing, shit. But while I'm trying to do this comedy thing, I'm trying to get my comedy career going, I had to do a little entrepreneur job, making my own hours, making my own money. Yeah, my new entrepreneur job is pickpocketing people. Obviously, I'm pretty good at it, you know? I was downtown DC yesterday, bumped into like 10 tourists, got 2 months rent. Doing good. But I don't pickpocket from anybody. I'm very like meticulous with who I steal from. Like I was on the bus yesterday and it was really cold. I had a ski mask on. A little girl saw me with my ski mask on and said, "Sir, I can tell you ugly even with your ski mask on." Yeah, that little bitch never getting her Game Boy back. Keeping this shit. Had to make sure it works. What is it? Dragon Ball Z Taketsu? I don't pronounce that shit. Whatever. You ever have a favorite character on a TV show? Like you love this character so much, but then you watch the actor playing the character do an interview, and you be like, hold up, this nigga British. I thought he was one of us, but they not like us. Like in the show, he'd be like, "Hey, yo, Sean, put the money in the bag, Sean. Your word to my mother, put the money in the bag right now. I'm gonna blow your brains out and I'm gonna fry your medulla oblongata. Ah, ah, ah." The director said, "Cut. Why am I say belligerent? Why? There's no reason for me to be this hostile over funds." Or you hear like an R&B singer talking about how her boyfriend cheated on her, and you believe her because she's light-skinned with a ponytail. And when she sings, she got like a little Alabama, Louisiana, southern drawl, southern twang in her voice. You're like, okay, she might be from down south. You hear her interview, and you be like, oh shit, she from South London. Another immigrant took an American job. But the one genre of entertainment where British people never had their accents is in rap music. Yeah, British rappers never had their accents. You always know if a rapper is British immediately because British rappers fucking suck. Shut that Wallace and Gromit shit off. Oh, God. Shit make me sick. Somebody said, "Leroy, you can't say that. You gotta listen to Skepta. You gotta hear Skepta. I'm skeptical if he's good or not." Fuck. Shut that shit up, Downton Abbey ass niggas. Fuck out of here, man. You ever hear British rappers trying to sound tough? British rappers trying to sound tough? You ever heard that? Yo, fam, checky, yo. I got ambition, I got vision, yo. Me and my crew put in hard work. I got my bachelor's, my master's, my bachelor's and associate's degree from Hogwarts, yo. Me and my crew do big things, ain't nobody helping us. It's scorching hot outside. It's like 30 degrees Celsius, yo. That's why I like American rappers, because they're from the US, that's us. I don't like British rappers, they're from the UK, that's ugh. Fuck out of here. No, because like American rappers survive gun violence and then they make songs about it, like NWA, 50 Cent, all that like gangster rap. It sounds good. I don't live the life, but it sounds good, you know? British rappers, they make their songs because they survive knife crimes. Ooh. I was in the worst part of London last week. I came back with 5 Band-Aids. Nah, because in America, if somebody starts shooting in a venue, you got to get down, duck, hide. Some people might shoot back. Then it's a war zone. And if you survive that, you might make a really good song. But if I'm in London and somebody come at me with a knife, all I got to do is this. And I'm good. Like in America, you got to own a gun, train, learn how to use it. In England, if you want to survive, just have good cardio. Y'all want to hear some nasty jokes? Cool, nasty, nasty. I have dark skin, and I have a long tongue. So whenever I go down on a woman, I look like Venom. From Spider-Man. But, for like once a month, I'm Carnage. Yeah, I don't smoke Mary Jane, I eat her. Valentine's Day was cool. It was awesome. Me and my wife celebrated. It was a great Valentine's Day. I bought her a brown sweater because it brought out the color in her eyes. She bought me a yellow hat because it brought out the color in my teeth. I also bought her a gold necklace because she's the shining star of my life. And then she got me a green hoodie because her neck turned green when she wore the gold necklace. Yeah, whatever, you know. I love lying to people too. I've been lying to y'all this whole time. I do. That was a lie. I don't have a wife. Another lie is these glasses are fake. Hey, I look just like one of y'all. Don't worry. I'm a really good actor. Shit. I only wear these to like certain places. I wear them to like job interviews so I can appear to be highly intelligent. I wear them to comic book conventions, and I tell everybody that I'm the Nigerian Peter Parker or the black Clark Kent, Cleavon Kentrell. I also wear them to music festivals, and I tell everybody that I'm Will.i.am's nephew. Get in the shit for free. Whatever. Over. All right. That joke's over. Cool. Whatever. I love walking everywhere. I don't know how to drive a car. I walk everywhere. I love to walk. I walk a lot, you know. I need the glasses on for this joke. Hold on. I love to walk. I'm trying to burn some calories and lose some weight, you know. I'm trying to lose some weight. I got long, nappy dreads, and I wear glasses. I can't gain too much weight. Nah, I can't gain too much weight with long, nappy dreads and glasses. I don't want nobody calling me Whoopi Swoleberg. That's it. That's the only reason I had it on. Shout out to the LGBT community. Shout out to all of y'all. I rock with y'all. I'm straight, but I rock with y'all too. Y'all cool. Now here's my gay joke. DC is so gay. If they had a horror movie called The DC Chainsaw Massacre, the chainsaw would sound like this. Grrr, grrr. And the killer wouldn't be Leatherface. No, they'd be leather from head to toe. I like that one. My ex-girlfriend got mad at me. She got mad at me because I'm a man and I have smooth skin. She was mad because my skin was smoother than hers. She was like, why is your skin so smooth? Your skin's smoother than mine. What are you, feminine? What are you, sassy? I was like, you're a woman. Why is your skin drier than mine? What are you, petroleum jealous? All right. You gotta tell corny jokes in the middle of the funny jokes because corny comedians make a lot of money. I know corny comedians make money because I'm 31 years old and Jimmy Fallon's been on TV since I was 6. Gotta tell the corny jokes too. All right. I'm not gonna give y'all the craziest joke I got. I'm gonna keep it calm. Y'all wanna hear it? Fuck it. Fuck it. I love women. I love y'all so much. But I know it's hard for y'all right now. It's really hard. Like, I can't simply walk home alone at night because dudes are creepy. That's terrible. I hate that. But I'm a short man and I can't fight. So when I walk home alone after dark, I have the same fear as most women. Only difference is if a dude hop out the bushes, knock me over the head, and try to like violate me sexually, it will never turn out good for him. Because I'm an American. I'm not unarmed. I got a dick too. I can fuck back. Listen. I'm not a predator. I'm not a predator. I'm not a predator. I'm not gay. I just really love revenge. Before I go, I want to say one more thing. When I first started doing comedy, 2 comedians I never met before accused me of stealing their jokes. Now, as you can see, I'm very unique. I would never steal anybody else's jokes. But the two comedians that accused me of stealing their jokes, I got their Samsung phones right here. That's my time. Thank you, Leroy Furious.
Keep it going for Leroy Furious! All right, everybody, we're going to keep the show rolling right along. This person has a booth upstairs called Snarkfish. They are also the founder of the Geek Comedy Tour. Give a big round of applause for Chris Barrelett!
I hit it with both hands. I sign my own chicks. Better stay in your lane, your little bitty broke ass. They hate that they left me. They regret what they said, but I only said I don't.
So I'm the diversity hire. I won't have this job long, don't worry. No, thank you guys for being here. Thank you for coming out. BlerDCon is always fucking incredible. Thank you for being here, and thank you for making it what it is. And now jokes from an awkward Caucasian. No, I took a really long, hard look at myself in the mirror before I came out here tonight, you guys. And I realized that I just look like Peter Parker if he was bitten by an ordinary spider. That's where I am. There's no powers or strength or abilities. There's just me at over 40 wondering when puberty is going to wrap up. And when I'm gonna look like the man I want to be. So I now have 7 collector's grade Black Series Source Effects lightsabers hanging on 3D printed hooks on my bedroom wall, ladies. And there's definitely a weird dichotomy going on in my brain. Like, part of my brain is so glad I have these because I can just, walk in my room and turn off the lights and turn on all the lightsabers, and they're red and blue and green and purple and yellow, and they're glowing in the perfect dark, and they're humming, and it's just amazing. But another part of my brain is wondering if there's like a Back to the Future picture of some family I'm supposed to have by now. And with every Star Wars collectible item I buy, just part of them fades from that picture. Or it's like, I buy another lightsaber, my son loses a hand. Or I buy a 30-inch Chewbacca toy, my dog just disappears. Or I buy a 10,000-piece Lego second Death Star, and my wife just fades away with a relieved look on her face. I do some good news, you guys. I got cast in a porn movie recently. The clapping is really creepy. Where do I find it? But the thing is, I don't know if this porn movie is going to make me a porn star or just a porn character actor, because I read the script, and in the script it has me going up to the house of this beautiful woman, and I knock on the door. She opens the door. She's wearing next to nothing. I say hi. I walk past her. I sit down at this desk. I clear all of this malware off of her computer, and as I walk out, I high-five the good-looking guy who's coming in to have sex with her. You have made more of puberty, sir. I concede the point. I grew up Catholic, you guys, and did anyone else have to go to CCD growing up Catholic, or this is awkward? All right. Okay, so you go through CCD, it's religious education, you go in once a week, and it's like, this is how to become a Catholic. And so they'd bring in guest speakers. Like, one week it would be someone who'd come in and it's like, don't do drugs are evil. Okay. Another week someone would come in and be like, okay, don't have premarital sex. All right, that's not an option anyway. So anyway, I remember one week, and this was growing up in Rhode Island in the 90s, this guy came in and started talking about the local satanic cults and said, they recruit from the weird loser loner kids. And I just remember everyone looking at me. And I just remember feeling terribly because none of the satanic cults had come anywhere near me. They're like, he has brought shame to BlerDCon. I've been watching one of my friends. She's a mother of 2. She posted something on Facebook. She posted, oh my God, I just found my 11-year-old son looking at porn online. What do I do, you guys? What do I do? I was thinking about this. I know exactly what I would do if I found my 11-year-old son or daughter looking at porn online. I would respect their decision. I would set aside a computer and a desk and a private space. I would print out a 2-page list of tested and functioning adult URLs. And I would make sure that that computer was attached to the slowest functioning dial-up modem I could find. Because my pain from the 90s should be felt by my children. Just the pain and the chafing and the loneliness and the tears and the additional chafing. Yeah. So I've been playing a lot of Pokemon Go recently, and I've just been walking around mile after mile, block after block, and I still can't find my father's love. I think it's an in-app purchase. I need $4.99. So I found out something strange. My dad graduated from Brown University in 1971, and he did theater when he was there. And my dad actually dated Susan Cameron, who was the voice of Siri. So I'm just wondering if his experience with Siri is different from yours or mine. Like, he unlocks Siri with his password or his fingerprint or his voice, and Siri just wakes up and it's like, oh, it's you, and starts crying. Or Siri hears my stepmother talking in the background. She's like, oh, she sounds fat. Or my dad asks something of Siri, and Siri pauses for a minute and is just like, your wife will never know you nearly as well as I do. So the human genome data file is 725 megabytes in size, and there's a 9-month gestation period. So that means that the human bandwidth for birth is 0.0002386 megabits per second. And I've got to stop mentioning that as the very first thing before I start a date with no context whatsoever. All right. You guys are looking at each other like, I need to go and get a tan this summer. So I love America, you guys. I think America's an amazing place. I think America has all the potential in the world. But I think the problem with America is that we make this mistake of trying to turn every holiday into a shopping holiday. And I think that just screws up somewhere where it's like Veterans Day, Memorial Day, $1,000 off the Chevy Your Dreams this weekend only. And I'm just worried that, you know, there's like some marketing executive out there who, despite everyone in the office telling him not to do this, wants to turn 9/11 into a shopping holiday. And that's just going to be the worst TV commercial in the world, because you're going to turn on the TV and you see the World Trade Center on fire and slowly collapsing, and tears are in your eyes. You don't believe what you're seeing. And then the announcer's voice comes in, yeah, come on out this weekend. Our prices are totally down, down, down. Almost 3,000 items on sale. We've declared a jihad on high prices. It pays to be a first responder to these deals, and you'll never forget where you were when these savings rolled around. So, yeah. Has anyone else ever had like a completely psycho housemate or roommate? Okay, that side of the room has chosen poorly in life. No, I remember years ago I had this absolute psychotic lunatic of a housemate, and he worked the opening shift at a local Starbucks, and he'd get up early and he'd take a shower at like 5:30 in the morning, and you know, he'd hop in the shower and he'd put his phone down on the sink, and he'd either be playing video game podcasts or alt-right-wing podcasts. And like at 5:30 in the morning, sometimes these things like blend together in your mind, and I'd wake up and I'd be like, why doesn't Sonic trust the Jews? Or why does Luigi keep insisting that 3/5 of a vote is plenty? Or, yeah. Or why does Mario keep insisting that January 6th would have worked if only someone had fed him mushrooms and fire flowers? Yeah. So this is going terribly well. Support the Caucasian. No. I do have some good news, you guys. I got to make out with a girl recently. I was at a party and we started talking to each other, and we were at the party and we started making out, and we got to that great, cool, intimate moment where you're kissing someone and you're running your hand through someone's hair, and that was the moment where I thought, like, oh my God, this is amazing. But that was also the moment where my hand hit this black surgical implant that allowed her to hear. And in the back of my mind, I was wondering, like, what do I make of this? How do I feel about this? What do I take away from this? Another part of my brain was just like, made out with a cyborg, oh yes! Oh God, if I could high-five my 9-year-old self, I would. We did it, buddy, yeah! Kick that off the bucket list. Next on the attainable life goals, blowjob on the moon. I also got broken up with recently. Ladies. And the thing is, like, the way we break up with each other these days, it's pathetic. Like, nobody breaks up in person anymore. You know, it's kind of like you think everything's going great, but they don't call you or text you or email you. They ignore the lit road flares you're waving at them, you know, at their office. They don't care. So what I've also been doing recently is I was watching the old Ken Burns Civil War documentary on Netflix, and like those people wrote amazing letters to each other. So what I want to do, you guys, is I want to start an old-timey breakup letter writing service, and I've got some sample letters so you guys can tell me if these are any good or not. So tell me what you think. My dearest Emmeline, the war rages on, and though I've lost both legs and an arm, I care not about these things, as I found another, a pole dance class instructor who looks amazing in yoga shorts, wears multiple hipster scarves, and has the most meaningful of tattoos at the small of her back. Jonathan, I pray that the issue of slavery, which is the only thing the Civil War is about, is resolved quickly. In addition, I have met the most brilliant of auto mechanics. He has a suspended driver's license, multiple neck tattoos. He really wants to fight his father. But the fact that we're both spiritual, not religious, will ensure that our love lasts forever. Sarah, my love for you is deathless. It binds me to you with mighty chains and nothing short of omnipotence can shatter. Yes, with deepest regrets, I inform you that I found another, your coworker, Jessica, who takes and posts far sluttier pictures of herself on Instagram. All right, that's my time. Thank you guys for coming out and being here tonight.
Chris Berlick, everybody, keep it going for Chris.
Jump in that bitch. Jump in that fire.
All right,
Jump in that
everybody.
bitch. Hitting that fire.
I did not bring it. Oh, well, I know who's next. Anyway, everybody, I just watched Glory not too long ago hearing that music. I had sex once. Once. I'm telling you, when nerds have sex, I'm telling you right now, when nerds have sex, when I have sex with my girlfriend, it's pretty cool, because it's pretty cool. What the fuck kind of nonsense? When I have sex with her, it's fine because, you know, I don't know about you, but if my girlfriend has an asthma attack during sex, I call that a win. Anybody else? Like, because she has to stop in the middle of everything and be like, hold on. She goes, we can continue. I'm like, bitch, I'm done. Like, what? I came as soon as you went, I was like, just everything just came out all at once, all right? Yeah, that's right. All right, everybody, we're going to keep the show rolling right along. Give a big round of applause for this comic. They came from a very long way away to be here. Make some noise for Keith Corey!
To me as a fan, I netted 10 million and did a little dance. I'm fucking the world. I am in my pants. My Uncle G told me that
Make
I
some
had a
noise,
chance,
make some
so
noise,
then I
make some
fucked
noise.
out
What's
and-
going on? How y'all doing? What's up, BlerDCon? Y'all good? Y'all asleep? Wake us up. Only black people say some shit like, wake us up, make me laugh. I like y'all, man. Anybody in their 30s in here? Anybody in their 30s? Okay. Y'all got excitement. I like that. I don't know, man. I'm getting old. I turned 37 a while ago. And I think I turned into some like weird Batman troll on the internet. Like I can't deal with the internet. What's going on right now? You know, I keep seeing dumb shit. I made a mistake of going on Facebook the Monday after the Super Bowl. And somebody I went to high school with wrote some dumb shit. Wrote some dumb wild shit. She wrote on Facebook, "Hey guys, I think after that Super Bowl performance from Kendrick, we can all say he came out the closet." And I'm like, bitch, what the fuck you talking about, dog? Like, he put his hand on his hip twice. Like, get the fuck out here calling men zesty and shit. It made me so mad because I couldn't do anything about it, you know? I was about to go on her page and just be like, bitch, you didn't contribute anything from high school. You shouldn't even graduated, you stupid. And she didn't. She didn't do anything. She grew up stupid. So I just reported her Facebook page. I reported her Facebook page because that's what you do when you see some dumb shit on the internet. I can't do it. I can't even do dating apps because I be laughing at people's bios and shit. People be writing some wild ass shit in bios, yo. I came across one girl, I swear to God, she put this in her bio. She wrote, Taurus, period, 4 kids because my coochie be coochieing. And I'm like, nigga, come on, like, what the fuck? She is right, she got 4 kids, your coochie be coochie. But like, don't put that on the internet, dog. Nobody wanna see that shit. It's weird, man. The dating climate is weird. I live in DC, man, and it's like, I live in a studio apartment. I love my apartment. I live by myself. I don't live with my parents. That's all I care about. I pay for my own shit, right? And I brought a girl over one time. Thank you, one person. I bought one girl over one time, and like, dog, it's just she was just immature and shit. Like, as soon as we walked in, she looked around and was like, "This it?" I'm like, you know what? That's fucked up. Don't do that. Don't. She was like, "You don't even have your own bedroom." I'm like, why my bed need its own room, nigga? Like, it ain't paying rent. Like, maybe I like to hear my butter chicken simmering and watch Law and Order at the same time. Get the fuck out of here with that shit, man. You call me broke. That's fucked up. And I know I'm broke. I don't care. I don't give a fuck. I stole this jacket. Anybody in here ever been to the point in their life they so broke somebody else's struggle sounds like some good ass advice? Anybody? I got in an argument with one of my old ass uncles over Christmas. It was just me and him at the family dinner, just getting food from the table, right? And he was drunk, and we was just talking, and he was trying to compare his brokenness back in the day to mine now, and it didn't make any goddamn sense. He was like, "Yeah, Keith, back in the day, we was so broke, we had to wash our paper plates." And the whole time I was just staring at him, I was like, "Nigga, that's a good ass idea. That is a great idea. I am struggling out here, my nigga, I am." Nah, man. I'm 37. I think I reached my relationship cap in life. Because once you get 30, you just be like, I think I can do one more relationship. Right? Like, I don't want to learn nobody's favorite color no more. I don't give a fuck. It is weird because, like, my last relationship kind of broke me a little bit when we broke up. It's like, man, breakups happen. It's cool. I'm just more realistic at this age, you know. Early 20s as a man, you have a breakup. Fuck it, I don't need love, I need money. Right, fellas? Right? I'm 37 years old now. I had that breakup, and now I just sit in the tub with no water in it and just reflect. She gone. She really is gone. She is gone. That shit is sad as hell, man. She ain't gonna come back. It's been 2 years. She ain't coming back. She definitely not coming back, nigga. I was in a long distance relationship too, man. And the fucked up thing is like, we was good, man, before we broke up because we was friends first before we dated, you know? And that lets you know when you friends first before a relationship, your relationship gonna have some longevity. And I was in a long distance relationship with my ex. She lived in Boston, Massachusetts, right? And while we was friends, the more time we would hang out, you know, I would fly up to see her, and she would fly down to see me, and we would kick it. And I slowly, over the years, started to fall in love with her, right? And I was like, man, this girl pretty cool, man. She pretty dope, man. I think I want to be with her. So I called her one day. I was like, yo, the next time you come into D.C., we gonna kick it hard as shit. And that was my, like, man way to ask her to be my girlfriend and shit. I know that's lazy, but I wrote a love poem for her and everything, man. It was so sweet. It was beautiful. And then she flew into D.C. on January 6, 2021. Yeah, fuck my whole love story up, nigga. I didn't even know that shit was gonna happen. I'm in my basement playing Call of Duty. I'm just ignoring the world. I don't know what's going on in the news. I get a call from her an hour early. I'm thinking she got like an early flight in. I'm excited. I answer the phone like, yo, you here? You in D.C.? You need me to come pick you up? And she's just nervous for her life on the other end of that phone, just scared as shit, just trying to talk to me. Keith, I don't know what's going on. I'm calling you from the plane, from the airport. We didn't take off from Boston yet, but I just wanted to let you know I'm the only black person on this plane. And I'm deep into Call of Duty Zombies, nigga. And I'm like, yo, what the fuck you telling me that for? You should be the only black person on that plane. That's what the fuck I was expecting. And then she flew into D.C. and then the purge happened. It fucked my whole shit up, man. I was so mad about that day. I just been petty. I just been reporting random white people to the FBI number at bus stops. The only person that's left is Chris. I got it in. I'm doing my job. I even take it as far to Photoshop. I've been photoshopping people at the Capitol. It is very easy and it's very fun. If you got an enemy out there on the streets, man, just Photoshop them at the Capitol. Get them out your life. I did it to one of my little cousins. He is not showing up to the next family reunion. Fuck him. Nah. I was dating for a little bit though, man. I was dating. I'm single now, but you know, I was dating for a little bit. I was dating somebody that was tougher than me, and I had to get used to it. I'm not used to it. I'm used to dating like girly girls, you know, girls that get their feet done, their nails done, their hair done, all that shit, you know. But this girl, she grew up on a farm. She was white. I know. She was Irish and German, which I shouldn't have did because I'm black, but you know, she's sexy, so I let it slide. But she acted like a dude, man. They used to throw me off. She acted just like a man, dog. She was tough as fuck, like real tough. Like when we go out in public, she would burp real loud and not say excuse me. And I'm like, okay, that's concerning. All right. We'd be like, when she used to get off work and I used to hang out with her, right? She used to drink like real shitty beer, like PBRs and Miller Lights and shit. And I'll be like, okay, all right, like dudes do that. No, all right, mental note. When we used to have sex, she would come quick and go straight to sleep, like shit like that. And I'm like, yo, that's a man. That's a dude, you know? Like I understand women now when you want somebody to last longer. I get it now. I remember one time we had sex, right? She came immediately, turned over and looked at me and was like, good job, champ. And just went back to sleep. And I'm like, dog, what the fuck? And now I'm watching Hulu with your cats and shit. Nah. Y'all are funny. I made 2 mistakes out my whole life. I went to Everest College. And then I graduated Everest College. For the people that's not laughing that don't know what Everest College is, let me explain. Everest College, so they had a commercial on TV, and that's why I fucked up. I went to a school with a commercial. If you've never seen an Everest College commercial, it's a black dude standing in the middle of Best Buy parking lot, and he's just telling people to go to Everest College. That's the whole commercial. He got a hat on just talking shit. What you doing with your life? Nothing? You gonna be a bum your whole life? Go to Everest College, be somebody. It's some bullshit, man. Because somebody take my degree seriously. I think I worked hard for my degree. I worked very hard for my degree. But once, I'm a smart person up to the point where people find out I went to Everest College and they like, don't believe nothing that nigga say. It's messed up, man. I hate it. I tried to get a job a few years ago. I used to live in New York. And I remember when I first moved back down here, right? I was trying to get a job. And I was broke as fuck, so I needed this job, right? And I ended up getting an interview at this place, and I'm in the car, just driving to the place, just looking up the company at stoplights and shit, just making sure, you know, if they ask me a question on the interview process, I get something right. At least I know a little bit something, like I did my research, right? I get to the place, I walk in, the manager stopped me at the door. He's like, Keith? I'm like, yeah. He take me to his office, right? And go in his office, I sit down, and he's just looking at this paper on his desk. He's like, hey, I'm looking over your resume, and I see here that you went to, you graduated from Everest College. I'm like, you just laugh in my face like that? That's very unprofessional. I got so mad, I was just like, fuck Red Lobster. I don't need this shit in my life, dog. I don't even know why I'm here. I'm allergic to shellfish. I do got a job, though. I got a job. I'm a baker during the daytime, which is pretty cool. I like baking. I know y'all looking at me all weird, like, what the fuck? Yeah, I know. I get those looks, man. People can't fathom the fact that I bake and shit, because I look like a drug dealer. And I do sell drugs, flour and sugar, the other white drug. Funny. Even when I'm at parties, man, I be chilling with like a group of dudes. We be just talking shit, just shooting the shit, just drinking. And every man in that group just be naming that manly ass job, you know. One dude be like, yeah, man, I'm a construction worker. I lift shit all day. I'm a fucking man. And another guy just like, yeah, man, I climb poles. I work for the telephone company. Fix cables. I ain't scared of heights. I'm a fucking man. And they like, what you do, bruh? And I'm like, I'm a baker. And they always give me the same response all the time. So you saying you bake like edibles and shit, or? Nah, man, nigga, I bake regular ass shit. Do you want a cupcake or not? Even my closest male friends, man, when I decided to bake for a living, they started slowly letting me hang out with their girlfriend because they wasn't intimidated no more. I'll go on that road trip to LA with him. He ain't gonna try to fuck you. He bake cupcakes. Which is the dumbest shit in the world. I'm still a man, dog. And fellas, I'll let you know right now, I will try to have sex with your girl with an apron on. I don't give a shit. I don't care. Any woman in here ever got their ass smacked with a wooden spoon before? Any woman in here want to get their ass smacked? I get it from women too. Like every relationship I've been in, all of my ex-girlfriends brought the fact that I bake up in the middle of an argument, which is very emasculating. And I know they trying to test my manhood and shit. And it's fucked up some women think like that, you know? Like I remember one time I was arguing with one of my ex-girlfriends, and to this day, it's the most rudest, meanest thing anybody has ever said to me in my face, right? We was going back and forth off an argument that she started, right? I said what I said, and I turned around, I was about to walk away because I thought I won, right? And all I heard from behind me was, that's why your mother raised a boy to grow up to bake fucking cookies, you bitch ass nigga. Yeah, dog, like, on some, like, wow, like, first of all, bitch, you eat the shit. Watch your goddamn mouth. I'm legit by profession the sugar daddy. Watch your goddamn mouth, dog, before I put a cookie in it. It made me so mad and defensive because I couldn't do anything about it. Like, if it was a dude that said some disrespect in my face like that, like, we gotta fight that out, you know what I mean? But it was a girl, I know how to take it, and I know how to respond to it. So my rebuttal was, bitch, I make macaroons from scratch. Put some fucking respect on my name. And then I cried in the shower like a man. You guys have been amazing. Thank you so much for your time. Y'all have a good night.
Keep it going for Keith Corey. Don't stop clapping. Come on, keep it going. He bakes, everybody. That's amazing, because I got a best friend, and he baked my wedding cake, everybody. Make some noise for that. That's amazing. My friend baked my wedding cake. Yeah, I'm divorced. All right, guys. I wish that wasn't true. Thank you, appreciate it. All right, everybody, we're gonna bring the next comedian coming to the stage. They are from Baltimore. They have hosted for comics who have hosted for famous comics. Give a big round of applause for Violet Gray.
I get money, I'm a star.
Hey, what's up? This is some bull crap. Give it up for our interpreters. I'll admit it's kind of intimidating having to share a stage with a more attractive woman who has an actual skill. My name is Violet Gray. I'm what you call transgender. Give it up for me. Okay, so ladies, there are a few things actually that none of y'all prepared me for. Nobody told me I'd be paying twice as much money for half as much pocket. That's some bullshit. The amount of dick pics I receive has gone up dramatically. Dudes think sending dick pics is so funny till they start getting them back. I love telling that joke because all of the ladies and 99% of the guys laugh, but when I tell that joke in clubs, there's usually a guy in the back who's like, oh, hell no. Because he remembers me. You know? And then on Sunday, want to give me nasty looks from behind the pulpit. Not really a joke so much as a documentary. Where my POC cosplayers at? I'm gonna ask again, where are my POC cosplayers at? I love y'all. So here's the thing. I'm a little bit older than most of you, and I come from a generation where they were trying really hard not to let POC nerds into the general nerd space. But millennials and Gen Z blurs, I gotta give it to you. Y'all kicked that door all the way down. We were making cracks in the facade and y'all came through like Hobie, bam! You know how I know that blurs have won this culture war? I can go on Amazon.com right now and find brown elf ears. I remember back in the day having to buy Caucasian elf ears and putting my expensive ass MAC foundation on them. I couldn't get in the crevices. I'd show up and people were like, that elf has vitiligo. Some bull crap. There are a lot of gendered lessons that I've learned. Like, most of the dudes, okay, so first of all, I get catcalled a lot more just because Baltimore as a city needs better vision care. And I was walking down Pratt Street one time and this guy was like loading some things onto a truck. And as I walked by, he was like, damn, girl, I want to spread your legs like pages and read between the lines with my tongue like a novel. So I'm dating now, and no, he was like, I want to spread your legs like pages and read between the lines with my tongue like a novel. I was like, Hey, listen, man. It's not a bookmark, okay? What I told him was, I don't know if this is literature you'd be interested in. Not really a novel so much as a pop-up book. Baltimore dudes are persistent. He was like, so is that like a no? Another thing I've learned is that most of the dudes in the world I've encountered have been perfectly reasonable human beings. But sometimes a guy will hit on you very aggressively, and if you're not receptive, he gets super mad about it. Like it's your fault that he looks like Gollum from Lord of the Rings? He comes up to you and he's like, yes, you dates us, yeah. And when you say no, he gets super mad. He throws his fish down on the floor. So ladies, I've come up with a compromise, and you can feel free to steal this if he's just not getting the hint. What I do is, as politely as I can, I ever so gently stab him. Nothing serious, just a couple inches of penetration, which is what he had planned for me, so. You know dudes can't handle rejection without complaining. They always say the same thing. Ow, what the fuck? I wasn't even talking to you, whatever. Yeah, I love my black cosplayers. One thing I hate is when a black woman does a cosplay and she posts a photo of it, and then the comment below that is like, the girl in that anime is not black. Yeah. It's like, the girl on your waifu pillow is not 18, so. Since you want to play. I have all kinds of nerdy interests. Has anybody here ever been to the Renaissance Fair? Hell yeah. I was there one time, and this guy came up to me, and he's like, dressed like a Scottish warrior. Like he has on a kilt, half his face is blue. He has a claymore, which is that big sword from Braveheart that does like 2d6 plus strength damage. And he comes up to me and he goes,
Right, lass, my name's Angus. I'm from the McGregor clan. What clan are you from?
I bet you didn't think that voice would come out of me, did you? Oh, you know what's fun? Doing that voice in a McDonald's drive-thru. They're like, order. And I'm like,
Right, lass, give me a number 4.
and then I pull up and they're like, what the hell? That's not a Scottish thought. That's some kind of goth Whoopi Goldberg. But the guy came up to me and he was like,
My name's Angus. I'm from the McGregor clan. What clan are you from?
and I was like, what clan am I from? I don't know if you all can see me, but finding a black person in 16th century Scotland would be like finding a used condom at a Star Trek convention. That's just a joke, they be fucking. So I said the only thing that made sense. I was like, I'm from the Wu-Tang Clan. Old nerdy bastard right here. Because I do stand up, I find myself traveling a lot. Has anybody here ever driven in a car before? A couple people. As someone who lives in Baltimore and has to drive through DC, I now know why people choose to live in DC. It's so they don't have to drive to DC. Driving in DC is the worst. Like, there's a reason in Independence Day they flew over the White House to blow it up. Because if they drove, they'd still be invading the shit right now. Has anybody here, since, you know, this is the horror theme for this BlerDCon, has anybody here ever seen the horror movie The Ring? Is there anybody here who hasn't seen it? A couple people. Okay. The Ring would never happen in DC, and here's why. For those of you who haven't seen it, The Ring is about an evil VHS tape, because, you know, it's an old-ass movie. And you get an evil VHS tape in the mail, of course you're going to put it in. It's a horror movie. Everybody's stupid, right? So you get the tape, you put it in, film starts playing, and then the screen goes black. And then you see a white ring. And then when you see that ring, you get a call on your telephone. Hello? And when you pick it up, she says, 7 days. And then in 7 days, the creepy little girl comes to kill you, right? Would never happen in DC, because you get the tape, it starts playing, you'd see the ring, you see the call, hello, 7 days. Then 7 days would go by, and you'd get another call, hello, it's the creepy little girl from the ring. I'm stuck going in a loop around DuPont Circle. I'm gonna have to kill you some other time. This is bullshit. Oh my gosh. I'll leave you all with this. Even though this is how I present now, I basically grew up in high school, basically like a nerdy little boy. I used to get compared to Steve Urkel a lot. So being the only black Dungeons and Dragons player in Northwest Baltimore, I tried to make friends the way I knew how, which was science facts. It did not work. They would say things like, hey, yo, you see that girl over there? I bet you $20 I'm getting in her pants by the end of this week. Yeah. And I would say things like, did you guys know if you cut a strip of paper and twist it and tape the ends together, you've created what is called a Mobius strip, which is one continuous surface. It's the only thing that mankind has ever created that is one-sided. And they would be like, nah. This ass whooping is also about to be one-sided. Come here, pussy. And I'd be like, did you guys know? I was getting hit, but I didn't care. Did you guys know that most people think that when you call someone a pussy, you're referring to female anatomy, but that's actually not true. It refers to the archaic word pusillanimous, which means to be timid or cowardly. And they'd be like, nah. Your nerdy ass ain't never gonna get no pusillanimous. I was like, wait till I save up $5,000. Then we'll, it's gonna be sweet. It's gonna have a USB port. Have sex and charge your phone. I've been thinking a lot about religion, and I've come to the conclusion that there are some things that could use some clarification. You've seen the bumper stickers and the bracelets that say WWJD. Do you know what that means? What would Jesus do? That's a trick question, because Jesus has options you don't. Could you imagine you're on a cruise ship, you're playing shuffleboard? At least I think that's what happens on a cruise ship. I don't have money, but like, you're having fun, you're playing shuffleboard, and then that cruise ship hits an iceberg, everybody's running around, oh my God, we're gonna drown. What would Jesus do? Jesus would walk home. I don't know what you're gonna do. Anyway, that is my time. Thank you all so, so much.
Hey, Roman numeral 7 days, drop it like it's hot.
Violet Gray, everybody. Keep it going for Violet. All right, everybody. We are at the final of the show. Make sure you can make some noise for all the comics we saw on the show tonight so far, everybody. Keep it going for Leroy Furious, Chris Berelick, Keith Corey, Violet Gray, and Joey Purse. And I'm your host, Derek Williams. All right. Thank you very much for coming out to the show. We are closing this out. Everybody, this next comic, what I want you to do is after you watch them, go to Prime Video and watch their comedy special. They have a comedy special on Prime Video. Give a big round of applause for Jamarius Purse.
It's 7 p.m. Friday. It's 95 degrees. I ain't got no What's good? I don't know, I like sitting on stage. It's fun. These actually look very comfortable. I wanted to see it, just try it out. Anyways, that's irrelevant. That's irrelevant. If the guy is still in here, I actually had a joke requested. If the guy is still in here, I'm going to end on that joke. So just letting you know that now. And at the end, can we all sing that song together? On God. I've listened to it on repeat all day. I drove from Chicago. We got anyone from Chicago in here? Yeah, Midwest. Yeah, they rude as hell out there. I don't really. I'm not from there. I moved out there. They're rude as fuck. Where Philly at? Yeah, go Birds. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm a Saquon Dick rider. That's it. I don't know. What do you say? Facts. Fuck the Giants. Fuck the Giants. I'm a Penn State fan, so wherever Saquon at, I go. So it'll. Hey yo. I don't know. I'm half Italian, half black, but for all that means for me is that everywhere I go, some random person speaks Spanish to me, and there ain't no problem with that except that I don't know Spanish. But now that I'll let you guys know that part, because most people can't identify me, even though I think the beads are a giveaway. But anyways, where my Harry Potter people at? Yeah. Fuck with us. Yeah, gang. We out here. I feel like us as the fans, we unintentionally made Harry Potter culture gang culture. Because like if you ever pay attention to how any Harry Potter fans talk to each other, it's never really pleasant unless you're on the same side. There's just watch people when they find out they're fans and ask what houses they are. It's like, yo, what house are you? I'm a Gryffindor, so am I. Oh, gang, we ganging up. It's like, yo, what house are you? I'm a Ravenclaw. I'm a Hufflepuff, and this is a 9, bitch. Get the fuck out of here. Get out my corridor, ho. Vadacadabra, pew pew. I'm a fan, if you can't tell. I know my favorite character in the entire series was one of the black dudes, and there's only 2 of them, and I like the one that lived past the second movie. And the reasons I liked him, because I felt it was just very realistic. Like, for one, that's a dub for us. Early 2000s Hollywood, we made it past the first movie, bet. So I gotta be on his side. But the reason number 2 is because he minded his damn business. And I thought that was very accurate. Because, like, you guys saw the films, they're like, yo, Voldemort's coming, we got problems. Voldemort's coming, we have problems. He's like, no, you got problems. I got tests. You never saw him in any of the action scenes, ever. He was just always just walking around from time to time. He never minded his fucking business, trying to go D1 in Quidditch. Y'all know how that go. I started losing weight last year. Thank you, it was 2 pounds. Yeah, it was cool. I started losing weight. I decided to start losing weight because I got a bigger family, and I started watching all of them lose weight, and I noticed like when all the bigger people started losing weight, they got like an infinite confidence boost. They got like drunk people confidence. I'm like, that shit's hard. I want that. Like, they got the audacity. I need that in my life. So it's like, yo, how'd you get the confidence to fight that bear with your bare hands? Keto diet. So that shit's tough. I wanted that. So like at the beginning of 1 week, I got on a scale, exercised. At the end of the week, I got back on a scale, so I lost 2 pounds, immediately said, where the hoes at? And I never said that in my life, but like, I never saw them yet, but like, they gotta cross the line of sight eventually, right? I don't know. I used to work in college. In college, you know, you find out what you want to do with your life. I used to work at Build-A-Bear. And you guys know I'm not lying, because who just says that? I actually wasn't supposed to get the job. The hiring manager thought I was a lesbian, so she hired me. And before the new president, I'd take the DEI hire any day, because like that's just, I never get help from that. So I fucked with it. I didn't, like, if you ever been to Build-A-Bear, they actually have like unspoken rules for that you have to speak to the children like white people talk to their pets, and Some of y'all know what I'm talking about. I didn't feel comfortable with doing it. You had to get eye level with the kids. Like they would always be like, "Hi, welcome to Build-A-Bear. You want to build a bear today? Come on, let's go, let's go." I never did that. Like, yo, what up? Welcome to Build-A-Bear. You building a bear or not? I get paid either way. It really don't matter to me. It's just, if you can't afford one, go home, get a Care Bear. That's not my problem. We had to help stuff the bears and stuff. Like, we had to help clothe the bears and all that. Like the ladies would be like, "You see that shirt right there? You put that shirt on your bear. You put him on your shelf, and he'll watch you overnight. Make sure none of the boogeymen get you, and make sure that you wake up bright and early in the morning for your school bus. So you can go to school happy and giddy and get good grades." I wasn't for none of that. Wasn't for none of that. Like, yo, you see that shirt right there? Yeah, that shirt's drip. Put that on your bear. He'll get all the bear hose right off the shelf. I actually got the option to quit or be fired. And the way this was, because if you've ever been to Build-A-Bear, if you've never been, they have these voice recorders that you stuff in the bears. And these voice recorders have pre-recorded messages like, "My name is Rex," or "I love you," things you hear when you have a father, can't relate. But you can also have a pre-recorded message, and so I talked this kid into allowing me to make his message, and he really enjoyed it. Walked around the store playing the message. He got up to the register. He's like, "Mommy, listen what the guy put in the bear." And he played it, and he said, "Fuck these kids." And that's how I quit Build-A-Bear. I got 2 little sisters, by the way, if that makes anyone feel any better. I used to be an OnlyFans account manager. Is that surprising? It is? It was, all right, so since you're shocked, I can tell you guys, like, for real. So I used to be an OnlyFans account manager, like all the porn hoes on OnlyFans, like I would manage their accounts, right? So I used to work at this place called Liberty Risk Consulting. I was under NDA, but they went under, so I could say that shit now. So basically what happened, if any of you guys have any guy friends in here who you know be DMing these models, let them know that they're not DMing the models, they're DMing me and a bunch of other gay dudes. And just to let them know. By the way, these are all women. I never had any gay men. I guess, I don't know if they sell or not, but at this place. Oh, you know what's crazy? My manager would he would smash the women in the office sometimes. That's not even part of the joke. I was like, oh, okay. I don't want that shit on my computer desk. Like, that's just weird. Anyway, it was bad. Like, I mean, I wasn't, because I'm kind of awkward. I can't flirt or nothing. So my job was to, basically, we had to log in every day. There was a Google Drive, and we had to go into this Google Drive, and there were photos and videos, nude photos, nude videos that we had to download. We had to choose a set for the day, and then we had to DM blast all the followers to try to sell these photos and videos behind paywalls. And the reason I'm telling you guys this is because boys, for all my guys out here who do that, I'm trying to let you know. Not really. I just got fired, so I don't, fuck them. Ruining their money. But anyways, we had to send these DMs, and basically I wasn't good at it. And this is when I found out dudes are just really gullible and stupid, because like I sent this dude a picture behind a paywall, and I said, "Smack my titties," and he bought it. And you know, if you know anything about women, that's not really pleasurable for them. It's just, I was just confused, and then I realized, like, women, if you guys have OnlyFans accounts, the best way to sell is to be funny to men. And I was like, men be trying to say they don't like funny women. That's a fucking lie. That's a whole lie. And like, cause I was horrible. Like, dude was like, "Yo, is that pussy tight?" My football fans will get this. He was like, "Yo, is that pussy tight?" I was like, "Yeah, it's as tight as Darrelle Revis man coverage." And if none of you guys know him, he's the greatest quarterback of all time. Anyways, I'm only saying that because he's my cousin. But he like $50, right? Sell. I was like, okay. He was like, yeah. He was like, you know, sports. I was like, yeah. He was like, let me get your what's it called in the sports bets? What's it called when you the parlay? He was like, let me get your parlay. I was like, I'm about to fuck his shit up. But then the last dude, like, some of them were just horny, and like I said, I wasn't good at the job. this dude, like they'll try to flirt back, and he was like, yo, you know whose dick this is? I was like, no. He was like, it's yours. And I was like, oh, word. And I sent him a voice. I sent him a voice message back, and I was like, you know whose pussy this is? And I made sure my voice was deep, so he was talking to a real woman. And he was like, whose? I was like, Jesus. He's watching this conversation. He was like, I'll put the boots on and fight Jesus. I was like, you're going to hell, sir. I don't know. I actually really enjoy, though. I really enjoy when people think I'm gay because I've realized the LGBTQ plus community, they're a lot nicer to each other than like the straight community. Like it's pretty cool. I get attention, like women talk to me, I'm like, that's hard. I'm like, that's tough. Dudes buy me drinks, I'm like, yes, waking my inner thought, I fuck with it. It just makes me feel very feminine, because I'm broke. I don't know, I fuck with it, and like, if any of you guys assume that I was gay, it's accurate, but you're wrong. I'm just sassy with a capital S, and it's just certain things I like from men, because I used to get hit on a lot more when I was younger, and then closer I got to 30, I guess I started to age out. I don't know. That shit's ass. I'm like, this is what dudes say whenever they don't want women after 30s. I was like, when guys get at 30, they don't want us either. I don't know. This is different. But it was like, I like compliments from men more in certain areas because I feel like the words carry more weight depending on what's being said. Like the word, let's use the word cute, for example. Women, you guys say a lot of things are cute. You kind of overuse the word. The value of the word goes from here straight to hell. And like I got called cute by a man before. I was like, ooh, this must be what it feel like getting thick. Oh, this shit's tough. I used to have to do the little wiggle thing that y'all you do. Hey, it was just, I was like, yeah, hell yeah, thick out here, 2 C's. I don't know, but I used to get a lot more than I do now, but I be getting dick pics sent to me, and I ain't gonna lie, I be looking. Cause why not? That's one less unread message that's unread. Like it's getting sent to me to be seen. Like I'm not just gonna let it be. But it's like I'll never shame like my brethren in meat though. Like I don't do body shaming. So like I always respond with the same thing. Stay hard, king. And then I send it every time. And then I block them because they came on too strong. It's like, fuck my day. Like, you don't care about my job or anything? Okay. Would any of you guys be kind enough to take a photo of me real quick? And send it to me on like Instagram or something? No, because I got my favorite chain on and I need a picture in it. No, it's my only chain that I ever bought because I don't really like jewelry. It's really small. It's a Penn State pendant, but I fuck with Penn State, as I said earlier. But I don't care if you take it on the screen either. Just please take it and send it to my Instagram. You take it? I bet. We are Penn State. Anyways. It's just Jamarius _. Bitch ass nigga _. Like it's same difference, I don't know. I used to have an addiction problem, and it was cool getting out of the addiction because like I went through a really bad heartbreak. I feel like I'm on Dr. Phil. I went through a really bad heartbreak and just give me a clipboard. I went through a really bad heartbreak, and like, so like I went to something to like, numb the pain, and I'm a recovering addict. Just to tell you guys, I'm recovering from tarot readers. And it was I'm gonna experiment with you guys for a second. So yeah, I got addicted to tarot readers after this heartbreak for like 4 months, and it was cool. I opened up to a friend about this, and she was like, so you were addicted to hope? And I was like, perspective, because my bank account didn't say that. And It was, I don't know if you guys know, but like there's like several apps for that stuff, like several apps and websites that I wasn't aware of. And like I was on all that shit. Like it was a real addiction. Like it was Psychic Source, California Psychics, don't recommend. Kasamba, Keen, X videos. It was a lot, because nothing's more clear than post-nut clarity. It was really bad. It was really bad. My thought process behind this whole thing was to basically talk to a bunch of them, because I don't trust them. So I was like, I'm going to talk to a bunch of them and see what the median answer is and roll with it. So I would just call them asking the same question over and over again for months. And then this one dude, I called him like 3-4 times that week and asked him the same exact question. I was like, yo, will me and my ex reconcile? He was like, and I know that sigh. I know he took his glasses off because I do that same thing. And he was like, go outside, sir. Go get some hoes. Call me in 3 months because I'm not going to turn down a check. It lasted 3 days. It was really bad. It was really bad. But, you know, I have a spiritual advisor now. I hit her up yesterday, and she never responded to me. And stupid bitch. That's why that shit's fake. It was just, I don't know. Any of you guys like astrology? I'm almost done, I swear. Any astrology fan? I know you're fucking lying. Like, we're in a room full of blood. Yeah. Cap. You guys are capping. Sympathy. That's all that is. I've been doing this long enough. I can power through it. I don't need the sympathy. But I don't know. I realized in my time, because I like learning about that. I like that before the addiction. I realized when you speak to people, you get different reactions, like men versus women. They react completely different. Like, I was talking to this girl, and I was like, yo, what's your astrology sign? And she was like, well, my birthday is September 21st. I'm a Virgo, but it's on a Libra cusp. My rising is Gemini, so I got some of that in there. I asked my stepdad, I was like, yo, what's your sign? He was like, Crip. And I was like, that's Leo. That's confidence. I know what that is. I don't know, and people don't know how this shit works either, though. People like saying they're a certain sign, and then they like to take those traits and be like, I'm that. Like, I was talking to this girl, and she was like, well, my sun is Libra. That means I could be kind of needy. My moon is Aries. That means I could be kind of dominant. And my rising is Gemini, so I can be either or anytime. And I was like, sounds like your real sign is stop, because you sound problematic. It's not a healthy relationship decision at all. Derek, did you like me yet? How much time is that? You don't know? You would just let me go? I'm going to put these people out of their misery, so I'm going to wrap this up. So, first of all, thank you guys who did stick around for this show. It was pretty cool. So it's actually been like I don't want to say a dream, but it's actually an accomplishment of mine that I've been wanting to do to close this show. So thank you, Derek, for allowing me to close the show. It was pretty cool. So, if you would go to Amazon Prime and actually check out the special, regardless of this set, I promise you the special's better. It is called Random. If you type my name in, it won't pop up. So you just have to put in Random and you'll see me with my hair blown out. So anyways, on to the last joke. So I'm the oldest of 4, and I am the only mixed race one. The rest of my siblings, they are 100% black. And as I said earlier, I'm Italian and black. So I was watching my brother one day, and we're playing video games, and he's like 12 at the time, and I'm beating his ass. Like, as the older brother, I'm busting him down all Diddy. That's another thing. I like to purposely make shit awkward, say stuff like all Diddy, all homo, and all that stuff. Because, I don't know, it won't make none of you guys awkward because we all the same kind of, and like that. Anyways, But like I like making straight people feel awkward like that. Straight closed-minded people, like in Western Pennsylvania. But anyways, so yeah, I was just beating his ass, right? And he gets mad. He pauses the game, and he roasts me. He flames me, fires me up because he's a 12-year-old. Is only so good at it, right? And so he paused the game, and he's like, "Hey, Joey, you a fancy boogerhead." And I got upset because I don't know what that is, and it sounds very disgusting. So I was like, "I'm not a fancy boogerhead. You are. That's why Mom doesn't love you." And I could tell he got really upset, but it might have awakened some like inner racism in him. He was like, he's like, "Shut up, you spaghetti nigga." I don't know. I was actually curious if they could sign language that, because I don't think that's in the sign language. And it's just, I was like, I don't know. But yeah, I was thrown off because I didn't know what to do. I was scared because this 12-year-old's voice dropped deeper than mine ever has. I was like, "What even is that?" He was like, "It's an Italian nigga." And I was, like I said, I was horrified. I was like, "Mom, Ma, Trey's up here doing bad stuff, calling me racial slurs. You should do something about this." My mom's a black parent, and she was like, "Joey, I heard everything, and that's what you are. You can't be mad that he called you what you are." And so I was like, "You know what? You're right. And so I took pride in it, and I started filling out job applications. And I got to a certain application, and it said, it asked me what ethnicity I was. One said white American, one said African American, one said Hispanic Latino, one said other. I checked other, and another box popped up that said, "Please specify what you are." And so I typed lasagna nigga, and Build-A-Bear hired me. It really doesn't make any sense. Like, they knew what they were getting out of that. But hey, can we get that Glorilla verse going real quick? Yeah, I'm gonna post it on my private story. So can we get that Glorilla verse real quick?
It's 7 p.m. Friday, it's 95 degrees. I ain't got no nigga, and no nigga ain't got me. I'm about to show my ass. These niggas love free. How the fuck is that your man?
Thank you, guys.
He right here with me. Turned up with my niggas.
Hey, everybody, keep it going for Jamarius Purse. And give it up for BlerDCon for letting us have this show. All right, everybody, enjoy the rest of your BlerDCon. Give it up for all of the comics you saw tonight. Make some noise for Leroy Furious, Chris Barrett, Keith Corey, Violet Gray, Jamarius Purse. I'm your host. My name is Derek Williams. You guys have a good night. Drive safe. See ya. Enjoy BlerDCon. Play some video games. Brought to you by Twin Power Arcade.
I'm outside with your pipe. Got a brown skin nigga with dreads. And a black ass nigga with white.
Ain't gang if you let shit slide. Ain't bad if you got a dick ride. Big guns and a lot of zip ties. Said she look like me, quit lying.